week left, are there some people that are emerging that maybe you didn't see at the beginning of the spring, maybe with Boston, people like that?
Yeah, I thought he showed up today, but you know, I think, Eric, what we're trying to do is give those guys a lot of reps. Cam McDaniel got a ton of work today. You know, again, as we continue to move our tight ends, all of our tight ends are getting a lot of work. So I don't know if there's one guy in particular, as much as we're making sure, like today, that we get a chance to see guys that are going to have to play maybe some key backup roles as well. And that was really the test for us today. And we'll watch the film and find out. I'll probably know a little bit more, you know, going into Monday as to any guys that may be emerging.
Coach, how did you feel your defensive line has kind of stepped up with Aaron gone now and guys moving into bigger positions?
You know, it's really seamless in that sense because, you know, you're talking about, you know, Capron Lewis Moore, who, you know, is a starter. You know, it's just, it's seamless. And, you know, Lewis Nix is providing the consistency that he didn't provide earlier in the spring. He had back-to-back really good practices, the way Lewis can play. And so I was happy to see that. So when you talk about the defensive line, if you got Lewis Moore, I mean, that's a great transition to him, and then Lewis Nix picking up his game. You don't see a change at all in our defensive line. That's, you know, you hate to lose a good player, but when you have some pretty good depth there, you really don't notice it.
When you have a situation like you did in the last couple of days with Aaron, where do you stop being a coach and start being almost a social worker, almost a psychologist? How do you blend those two?
Well, Al, I think you're doing it every day. You know, I think in some fashion, I think coaching is, you have to be able to talk to kids and find out what those buttons are that are going to get them to open up and talk about what their issues are. So, you know, I try to find myself doing a lot of that on a day-to-day basis. It's just some days you need it a little bit more. But, you know, they're 18 to 21-year-olds, and they're going to have good days and bad days. So I think I'm constantly trying to be in touch with it. I know our coaches try really hard, but that social worker, that psychologist, I think that all goes into being a good coach and a good teacher.
Brian, have you added the layer of checks with your quarterbacks yet? And with, again, a week left in the spring, do you see this really all moving into August?
Yeah, we've moved to our checking, which is a new system for us, because we want to be able to provide our quarterbacks not only the protection but the routes necessary if teams want to bring pressure against us that we can really hurt them. We don't want to be in a position where we have to throw hot and, you know, you dump it out there. So we wanted to be patient. To answer your question, without getting too much coach speak in it, we're laying that level down now. And today was the first day that they got an opportunity to check plays.